Hey, what's going on, guys? Hope you're doing fantastic today. My name is Tyson here with Repair My Funnel, and today we are rolling solo. It's just us, and I hope you're okay with that because I still have some valuable things to cover here today that will be laid out inside of this newsletter. And I'm assuming you're watching this because you don't want to read, and that's okay. I am right there with you, and that is totally accepted here. So the first thing that we're covering here today is going to be a new section where we are basically running a poll to get more information or to better understand what you want to hear from us, right? We'll get into that in a second, but basically if you are looking to add a new topic to the mix here for the newsletter, this is your time to speak up. And again, we'll cover that in a second. But the next thing that we'll be covering is a how-to of the week, which is going to be all around creating email templates and all that fun stuff. The next thing after that is going to be the tool of the week. We love our tools here at Repair My Funnel. Obviously, we cover one every single week. This week is a special one in my case, or at least I think it is, because we use this all the time for our blogs. I think it adds a lot of value for any written content that you're explaining something. It's powerful. So we'll get there. Don't worry. The next item to cover here is going to be the top question of the week, and we'll make sure you have the right answer for that. And the last thing that we'll be covering here is going to be that we are allowing people to gate crash our call this coming Friday. This is an open office hours call. So if you want to run through any tech issues, you have any strategy questions, you want to just talk to someone in general, hang out with us, well, we have open office hours on Friday, and we'd be happy to have you. So anyways, we'll cover that in more detail as we move down. The first section I mentioned there was a poll area where we just want to hear from you. We want to make sure that we're covering topics that benefit you, your business, and overall your life, right? The only thing you have to be aware of here is that at the very bottom, there are options saying, or basically just key topics that we think would be cool to be added to this newsletter, or we're allowing you to choose between. If there's anything that's not listed there, just use the option for E and let us know what you want to hear about. That's totally fine. I'm totally open to new ideas, and if you have them, send them our way. All you have to do for this specific area is just reply to this email. Just reply with the specific letter that you would prefer and that value that represents, right? If it's E, make sure to provide a little bit more detail and context around the topic that you want more clarity on, or just some expanded information. That's totally fine. Just make sure that you give a little bit more backstory or I guess meat to the whole thing there. So that way we know what to cover next. All right, that is it for the section. Moving down, we have a how-to section here where we're going to be covering the topic of creating and using email templates inside of ClickFunnels 2.0. Now, this is going to be super powerful if you're trying to make sure that your branding is on point, and across the board, you don't have to recreate emails every single time if you're sending out the same type of email every single week. For example, this newsletter, right? We do have a template that we are starting from every single week, so I can make it a lot easier on my life and Devin's life. When it comes to editing and creating and laying all these topics out, it saves a lot of time. So do yourself the favor, check this out. This is gonna be a full training on how to leverage this in your business, right? Have fun with that. There's a video attached to this as well. Just click on this right here and it'll take you to the right area. Now, moving down, the next section is going to be the tool and resource spotlight. This week, we are covering EZGif. If you've never heard of this, it is a GIF maker, a GIF converter. Personally, we use it to convert videos to GIFs. It saves a lot of space on browser pages. It makes it so things still load fairly fast without having to have a bunch of videos listed on a page. It's a lifesaver. Either way, it is nice to have it there as an option when it comes to describing things and breaking topics down. Walking through steps, as we often do here at Repair My Funnel, right, is a very common thing. If you go to any blog post, here I'll just look it up as an example, just so you can see any of our blog posts. Well, I even have a, I'm not gonna do that one, but either way, there is a blog post about using EZGif. You can click on the link here inside of the email itself, and it'll take you to that directly so you can get more information. And then there will be a video walking you through the entire process. But as an example, here you go. This is a little EZGif action, right? Just to walk you through a specific step. And as we go through the rest of the breakdown here, all right, there's a bunch more just to explain the topic that we are discussing and walking you through. I think it adds a lot of value. I think it makes things a lot easier to understand when you can see it and view it in action. But I mean, there is a video, if you want to watch that, it does have a whole breakdown as well. But if you prefer reading and you just want a little visual action as a side piece, GIFs are a great addition. So there is that. Definitely recommend. It is free. please look past the ads and stuff on the platform. It does look a little dated, whatever, but it works fantastic and it will benefit you and your customer, likely. All right, moving down, the next thing is going to be the frequently asked question section. Our top question of the week here is how to use social proof effectively in my funnel to increase conversions. That's a great question. All right, so I broke this down into different topics or different ways you can implement this. Starting off with influencers, right? So influencers are a great form of social proof. If you can get them, fantastic, especially the micro influencers in your niche. Micro influencers, they have a special bond with their audience where it just makes sense to partner with them. If you can, if you have the ability to, if you if you can start that conversation line, it's going to benefit you and your business. If you can have them experience what you do, have them talk about it and experience it live for the audience, it's going to mean a lot more for the people that are watching them because they have a closer connection to that specific person. So keep that in mind. They are definitely a good resource there. The next thing would be like behind the scenes. You can have someone, again, keep it staying within the influencer realm. Maybe have a video of them breaking down using your products or how they felt while using your product or service or whatever it is that you sell, right? Bring influencers into the game here is basically what I'm saying. If you aren't already, it's worth it. It's worth a shot at least to get in front of a new audience that is very specified around your niche. So the next thing here is to sprinkle social proof in unexpected places. The first thing in this area is going to be email signatures. If you're not already using them, you definitely should. It is free real estate that you might as well take up. It's going to be there no matter what, whether there's actual content there or not. So you might as well take advantage. It's already there. It's free space. You don't have to pay for it. All you have to do is go in and use something like Canva. Go and create a nice looking email signature. Literally just go to canva.com, type in email signature, and bada bing, bada boom. You now have a professionally designed email signature that you can put in that area. Might as well. Again, free. It takes probably like 10, 15 minutes to do. Just do it. After you're done, it's there forever. Now everyone knows that you're awesome every time you send an email. The next item within this area is going to be checkout pages. Obviously, this one makes total sense. People want to hear from other people just like them right before they're about to purchase your product, especially if it's a cold audience. Like if they have no idea who you are until this moment in time, well, they probably want to hear from other people that have had a good experience while working with you. Maybe throw in a nice satisfaction guaranteed stat in there, right? Like 99% of people love this product. Whatever it is, just add some sort of social proof during that checkout process to instill trust in each person that actually comes through your way there or comes through your checkout experience. The next section is make it real time and real fun. Now, what I mean by this is if you can, which you definitely can, use software such as like TrustPulse or FOMO to display when someone is purchasing or on a page or anything like that, just to show that other people are also enjoying this software, this service, whatever it is, they've purchased this recently. Have this like live feed in the checkout process or on any landing page, right? Just to show that other people are loving it and you should love it and you will love it. And especially if they're like strangers and they've never seen you before, this is a great addition to any site, all right? There is that. The next one is going to be like social feeds. If you have people blowing you up all the time on your feed saying, hey, I love this. You're awesome. You're great. You're doing awesome. Whatever it is, have that link directly on your pages. There are apps out there that you can use to achieve that, or you can just literally take a screenshot of people on your social page saying awesome things about you. Add that to your checkout pages, add it to your homepage, add it to the areas that people are going to be interacting with, so that way they can see it right then and there, and understand or keep that in the back of their head as they're interacting with your brand. All right, the next thing here is to build a tribe of raving fans. Have a customer wall of fame somewhere on your page, maybe a actual tab itself, all about testimonials, people loving you, case studies, whatever it is, so that way people can find how other people are enjoying your service and imagine them also doing the same thing. Right? That's very realistic. A lot of people will look at those and be like, oh man, all right, their story makes so much sense. I really resonate with this. Awesome. Fantastic. And then maybe moving forward, they might even sign up or check out your products or services. The next thing is going to be referral program fun, right? You can turn this into a social game where you can motivate people to share your brand, your business on a referral type of deal, right? Maybe you give a certain percentage of I don't know, the transaction back to that person for referring them, or you give them bonuses, whatever it is. You can do this many different ways. I've seen people give out merch. I've seen people give out like 10%, 15%, 20% of a sale up front to whoever referred that person. There's many different ways to achieve this. Either way, I think it's very valuable, especially if you're having other people talk about you on your behalf, especially when they're saying good things. But yeah, anyways, that is it for this section. The next section after this is the special offer of the week. We're doing a live call on Friday. This is an open office hours calls. And actually, we do this every single week, 3 times a week. But we're opening the door here, or lowering the gate, shall we say, to let people in, see what it's all about. If you have any issues that you're working on for ClickFunnels, if any funnels are not working and you're like, man, I don't know who to turn to, I don't know what the heck is wrong, you just want a second pair of eyes, awesome, fantastic. Come hang out with us. We'll check it out. We'll break it down with you live, fix it, make sure you're good to go by the end of that call. Unless it's a bug. I will still be able to identify that for you and make sure that you are on the right path and point you in the right direction. All right, so there's that. This is free. All you have to do is click the link in this area right here, join the call, opt in on that page, and once you do so, it will send you an email with the specific link you'll need to get in. Or actually on that thank you page as well, there will be a link saying, hey, this is the link for the call, save this, and we'll also send reminders afterwards as well. Either way, this is an open call. Usually these last about like 2 hours, I'd say on a minimum. Where we just basically hang out, we answer people's questions, or we hang out and strategize. We talk about other people's businesses, talk about ways they can position themselves, whatever it is. It's a good time. Everybody in there usually has a smile by the time they leave. So if you want to join in, I highly recommend it. Come hang out with us. We'd be happy to have you. And that's it for the week, guys. Thanks for hanging out with me. I appreciate you, and I look forward to seeing you next week. Have a great day, and I'll see you next Monday.